I want to start with another overview of the components of Semaphore. Semaphore, as John's already indicated, it's an ontology tool. So for managing your knowledge models, whether they're taxonomies, ontologies, whatever, it makes it easy to manage those, easy to build them, easy to socialize them, easy to import them. And of course, in the biomedical space, there are a lot of external vocabularies to take advantage of, and there are, mostly great advantages to that, but some limitations as well. I mean, those ontologies are not maybe designed for your purpose, for those watch portals that John described. They cover every topic. Well, these teams at Abbey are focused on very specific topics. So that's why they're able to, use Semaphore to leverage those big ontologies, but target them at particular business values. So we have these semantic models, and we like to say, we put the models to work, and in text analytics. And that involves both, traditional classification. What are your documents about? Creating metadata to go into your content management system or SharePoint, things like that. But also getting more into information extraction. So what is explicitly stated in a document needs to be extracted as metadata, as Jeremy described in a couple of use cases earlier in this room. So I want to focus on the relationship between those two, because that's the key to solving these problems. It's using the NLP stack in conjunction with an ontology that's specialized towards this domain. And lastly, and one of the great differentiator of Semaphore is that we work at enterprise scale. So we're used in very large organizations that process a lot of information. Small organizations too, but we're designed to scale out to accommodate that. So let's look at the pipeline that Semaphore uses to process information. The context of this entire conference is really about this, right? It's taking all your stuff that could be in any form. It could be data, it could be words, it could be documents, and turning it into metadata that you can use to solve problems. Well, how does Semaphore do that? First, we take the corpus. There's two pipelines here. I'm going to show you this one at the bottom because it takes the documents and runs it through our NLP stack. And that includes zoning, identifying, where are the words, where are the tokens, where are the punctuation, the paragraphs, where are the entities, the people, places, things, doing just general text mining, make sure you pulling out all the noun phrases, pulling out all the additional information you might be looking for, and importantly, identifying the part of speech of terms. That's a big NLP component here, because once you know the part of speech, then you can stem things accurately. So if you know what the part of speech of back is, it stems differently depending on what the part of speech is. So that gets to the end of that pipeline with just all that markup. And if you were in the session next to us, I think that would be all you'd get, But which is all about developing training sets to do this type of work. But Semaphore also has the models. And the first thing we do with our models is we provide the tools to say, okay, what purpose is this model for? Do I need all the model? Do I need some of the model? Do I need 3 of the models joined together? All that can be packaged and then published. And as it's published, we identify all the words in the model. We look at multiple words, single words. We generate preclusion indexes, so words that are part of other words don't get tagged twice. We handle a lot of variants just from the model itself. And of course, we leverage everything that's in the model, relationships to other concepts, all the different types of alternate labels that you could have for a concept, any type of evidence that's modeled in the ontology component of Semaphore. And then so that all generates rules. We're a rule-based engine, but we apply those rules to text that has been already analyzed and marked up by the NLP engine. And that's where the secret sauce is combining those two together in very valuable ways. Because ultimately, we're delivering oncology watch portals to our business users that need answers.